Two. I'm a little bit... Hey, there you go. That's better. 17 in the chat. I see you. Let's maybe turn down the Shadowverse a little bit. Like maybe some light background noise. Okay. So first we got Combustion Demon. It's a neutral gold, 3 play 0.33. Guy looks kind of cool. It says fanfare. Give an enemy follower the following effect. When this follower leaves play, banish it instead. Transformation does not count as leaving play. At the end of your turn, deal 5 damage to a random enemy follower when evoed, gets full evo stats, and then it has an enhance 7. Summon a Combustion Demon, then evo all unevoed allied Combustion Demons. So basically, you get a 3 play 0.333, which is good. That banishes something when it dies, which is good, right? More banish for everybody, I guess. It lets you deal with pesky followers such as Rasia, for example. And I guess other annoying last words. On top of that, it has a pretty powerful Evo effect. After getting full Evo stats, he deals 5 damage at the end of the turn. So it's like a 1 card, you know, hit and then 5. Pretty good clear. He does have to survive for the effect to go off though, because it's at the end of the turn. So maybe it's not a great answer to say like Goblin Queen, but you know, still good. And then if that's not good enough, he also has an enhance. On the enhance, you summon another one, and then they both get evoed. And you're still getting the fanfare. So for 7 play points, you get 2 5/5 rush bodies. That at the end of the turn, deal 5 damage to a random enemy follower. Like all of that seems good to me. Every bit of that seems good. Now, whether this card ends up being played depends on a couple things. Mainly like, you know, what the meta is like, how much you value the banish. Let's say for example, Bike Dragon is the tier 1 deck and Bike Dragon is beating up on everybody. Then sure, Combustion is like easy slot in to counter the Rasia, quote unquote. And if banish is relevant, then you have this as an option. If it's not, then maybe you don't play it. There's also some Evo synergy though in the enhance, but I don't know if like you play this because you're so desperate for Evo synergy, but it is nice. The Evo end of turn effect is nice too, so maybe he's just a good enough standalone card no matter what that you can play him if you need it. Seems solid. I guess it's about what you expect from neutral golds. Something that can be playable just about anywhere if the meta calls for it. And for that, I guess this guy's a cool Shadowverse card. He's kind of like Fluffy Angel, I guess, right? Will be a staple for control decks in the future. I mean, that's another discussion that I don't know if we want to go into. Does get full stats. This is S tier in take 2, yes. Definitely insane in take 2. You play for the Evo synergy because you're desperate in Portal. Bad against Holy Sanctuary? Right, but it might be good against or insane against other things, right? Hey YouTube, don't BM me for hot takes in the comments. Alright, if you're watching this on YouTube and this guy said some hot takes, do not BM him, chat. Wait, there, no, figure it out, there we go. Okay, yeah, all jokes aside, this card does look really good. Like, everything about it is solid and it's neutral, which is kind of nice. Next, we got Small Cure Priest. I'm not going to talk too much about this card because I revealed it, and if you guys missed it, then you suck. You should have been there. So, I already talked about this. There's also a nice Temple Storm article written by Hishiro. You can definitely go check that out. But basically, this card is great, pretty busted. Sanctuary Haven's already like pretty OP, pretty tier 1. Axel Zero is crazy because zero cost cards are insane. That's what Rune has shown us. And then the leader effect is good, is very good. Haven likes heal. They like heal now. Maybe in the future they might get another effect like Alana or something. Even now it's just really, really strong. Once Yukari leaves, Sanctuary Haven may be a bit different, but for this next month, this is probably going to be a huge problem. I'm just saying. Okay, our next card is Celeste Omega, the Shadowcraft legendary. The 6 play 1/3/5 says fanfare, give the enemy leader the following effect. Till the end of your opponent's turn, can't play spells or amulets. Last words reanimate 2. Also has a crystallize, says crystallize 2, count that 2. Give the enemy leader the following effect until the end of your opponent's turn. Reduce defense restore to your leader to 1. Last words, summon a Celeste Omega. Okay, so for the body, you play it and it's like a super rule and eye. It's not like your opponent's spells are more expensive or something. They just can't play spells, they can't play amulets. And I mean, that could be relevant. It could also like not do anything. It's like a bit understated as a 3-5 stat line, but it always has last words reanimate too, so it's like an okay body, and then hey, you'll reanimate something, which is good, right? For the crystallize, you can then lose one effect. Reduce defense restored to your leader to 1. So if your opponent is mass healing, all those heals only heal for 1. And then in 2 turns, you still get the Celeste Omega anyway. At that point, you won't get the fanfare, but you still get the 3-5, and then last word reanimate 2. And I guess it sounds okay. Although I think the crystallize is more like specific towards, I don't know, something you like really are trying to counter. Like, it's not so how do I say this? It won't be like generally good, but it could be, I guess. And if you play for the fanfare, like, is it good enough? I don't know, it's kind of a weird card. Like, these are all fine effects. Nothing about this is bad, right? And yet, I don't know, are you excited for this card, chat? I'm not, it's not that exciting to me. It doesn't really do anything. It could be really good in the right setting, it could be awful. I've always said this and I still stand by this statement, I always will. In Shadowverse, it's always better to advance your own game plan. It's so much stronger if you are getting to win condition rather than stopping your opponent from winning. It's just the way Shadowverse has always been, and it's likely the way Shadowverse will always be in the future, so I don't know. I don't love cards like these. I'd rather have a 6-drop 3-5 that says fanfare, I get closer to winning the game, than one that says fanfare, my opponent's next turn is awkward. So I don't know, like, you think aggro Shadow is playing this? I don't think aggro wants a 6-drop for a 2 play points situational ass forcecraft crystallize. I don't think aggro wants a 6 play point 3-5 either. So I don't know, chat. I'm not particularly impressed by this card. I'm not particularly excited by it. Nothing about it is bad, and yet nothing about it seems great to me. I do not think this is an aggro shadow card, no. Anyway, I'm not particularly excited for this card. I don't think it's great. Pretty whatever. I am personally not a huge fan. Okay, next we have Ayer, or Ayer? Ayer? How do you guys say this, chat? The Ashen Brawler. It's a bloodcraft gold nerd. 3 play point 3-1. Guy has rush. It says follow strike. If the enemy follower is evoed, gain the following effect. Next time this dude takes damage, reduce it to 0. Clash. Draw cards until there are 5 cards in your hand. Okay, so Clash, draw until there's 5, could be strong. 3-1 rush, could be good. Follower strike, if you hit something that's evoed, you take no damage, could be good. And yet, where the hell does this go and why, chat? I can't imagine we're still trying to make Ball Blood a thing. Tell me we're not. Is this aggro blood, as in like, I play nothing but literal 1-drops, empty my hand, play this guy, and then draw 5 or 3 or 4 or 2 if I'm lucky, and then play more 1-drops? Because I can't imagine that strategy winning either. So, like the last card, nothing about this particularly bad, and yet nothing about it is particularly exciting for me either. We tried aggro blood. I mean, the aggro blood that we tried is nothing more than like the rebel neutrals being good cards, and then being able to play Racer Claws. That's it. And this is no synergy with like buffing your board or any of the rebel neutrals really at all. If I attack something evil with 3 health, I get to keep 3-1. I mean, yeah, like you do. And do you think that wins Shadowverse matches? I'm not impressed. Like a 3 play point deal 3, draw 2 would probably be alright to play. in an aggro deck. What if that could be 3 play point, deal 3, draw 2, and summon a 3/1? I mean, I guess so. Like in the best case scenario, this is like okay. I'm not impressed. Does both you like this? No. Yeah, I'm not impressed by this guy. Not at all. My opponent might as well concede. I traded for free against his Evo card if it had 3 or less health. Well, you could Evo him too. Boltu likes anything, but not this. Okay, Samya is the bloodcraft legendary. It's a 4 play point 4/4. Says fanfare. Give your leader the following effect. At the start of your turn, draw 3 cards. See, now we're talking. Last words, give your leader the following effect. At the end of your turn, discard your hand. Whoa. Evo, destroy all other followers, getting no Evo stats. Okay, maybe that's why the other guy is good. Okay, so you play this, you draw 3 cards, and then you discard your hand every turn. Is this ball support? You could also use her to clear the board. Does Aggro Blood want this? It is a very interesting card, I will say that. Like, its effects and its stuff is very, very interesting. Like, I don't think it's, like, all that is juicy. It's not bad. It's a very interesting way to let you play Shadowverse. Like, every turn you discard your hand, then you draw 3 cards. So you draw 3, you use those 3, then you discard the thing you didn't use, next turn you draw 3 again. Like, sure. All that seems cool. Like, all very, very cool, but I don't know if all that somehow turns into I win a Shadowverse game in 2021. But it is cool. It definitely is cool, chat. You play Samya into a lot of Archdemons. Can that be a deck? Because what? You draw the Archdemons and then you axle them back into the deck. And then you redraw them and then you axle them back in the deck. I mean, it has a good Evo effect. Destroy all our followers is powerful. It definitely has potential. This card has potential for sure. But I don't know. I don't know what we do with it. At least not yet. It is 4, yeah. I don't know what you do with it just yet, chat. But I don't dislike the card. There definitely is potential. You can discard your hand to counter the fraud. Imagine if somebody frauds you and they take this from your hand or something, I don't know. Or you play it and then they took it. You run it with corruption and burn cards. Okay, so you get corruption online. At the start of your turn, you deal 4 random damage with pings. And then you hope to get like razor claws and stuff. Player for the board clear. Well, yeah, but you can't choose to not get the leader effect. If you're playing this, you are getting the leader effect. Unless you avoid the last word somehow. If you could somehow play this, get the fanfare. Not proc the last words, like shit, maybe, but I don't know how you do that. In the bandage guide, target your own card. I don't think so. In Shadowverse, you don't really target like that. There's no like target your own dudes. It just doesn't work for some reason. Again, very interesting card, but I don't know exactly what. See, like to me, this is a card like this is set up. Maybe like 6 months from now, like this is bloodcraft. If you, okay, actually, if you are in the future and bloodcraft is this, come back and put me a comment and be like, yo, you were right, this is bloodcraft. Like, it would not surprise me at all. But right now, this is not bloodcraft, not yet. You do get permanent avarice with this, and then again, I mean, come on, it's avarice, man. You wake up, get out of bed, bam, you're in avarice. Okay, maybe it's Spartacus blood. Yeah, maybe they give blood some crazy shit and like this is it. For some reason, like this shit is correct. It could be, chat. Okay, our next card is Elbata, the Flash Spirit. Force Craft Legendary. 3 play point 2/3. Has Storm. Storm is a good keyword. It says when this follower attacks and is not destroyed, banish it. Give your leader the following effect. When you play your 4th card during your turn, summon an Elbata Flash Spirit, and then remove this effect. Okay, let me get this right. So you play this as a 3 play 1 2 3 storm. It goes face and or trades, and then she's gone. Now you have a leader effect. In the future, you play a 4th card and then bam! Elbata shows back up. And she has Storm. Now you lose the leader effect, but you have this card. So when this card attacks, she will once again disappear, only to leave you the leader effect again. Is that good? I'm confused. Is this good? Is this a Luxus card? No more board locking yourself with Luxus? I don't know. It's insane, is it? Yeah, it's kind of like Axeman. Except instead of 2 cards, it's 4. But I mean, you also get a body. I don't know if it's an infinite 2-3 storm return. That's definitely not how I'm looking at it. Auto aim, kinda meh. Yeah, I don't know. Like, playing 4 cards a turn is not free, chat. It's definitely not. This also has to not be destroyed for you to keep getting it, and you also lose the follower. Also, it's not like Axeman, it has to go through warts and stuff. But it is a follower, I mean you could like buff it or evo and things like that, I guess. Play 4 cards every turn. I don't think that's as easy as you guys think it is. If you have the effect in play, then drawing this card seems super bad. It's a good point, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, you still get a 2-3 storm. It just would get lost and give you nothing for it. Imagine getting it destroyed with attacker's choice game. Colossus? Yeah, with the Colossus, maybe you could do some crazy stuff with this. But even so, that's like late game, right? Like Colossus is a turn 7 card. By the time that happens, is a 2-3 storm gonna win you the game? I don't know. My 3 play will do nothing, supports my 7 play will do nothing. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. It's just Luxus. This is just more set up for Luxus. I guess. I don't know, man. I'm not sold. I am personally not sold. Some of you guys think it's insane. I'm not sold. Not yet. But I do like forest and forest cards, so. Colossus Omega is a Portalcraft legendary for some reason. This guy is an overstated 7 play point 87 crazy stats. Has ward. Okay, so far so good. Fanfare. Deal 5 damage to a random enemy follower and then 5 damage to enemy leader. Okay, so far so good. Better than Boom Devil. Wait, that's it. Let's just not read the rest of the card. That's it. It's better than Boom Devil, chat. What else do you want? Better stats than Boom Devil. Has ward. Deals damage to the face and a random enemy follower. Insane. The personified portal in the meta. If you evo this guy for some reason, he can't attack, loses ward. End of turn, deal 3 damage to a random enemy follower and then 3 damage to enemy leader. Wait. Am I crazy for thinking this is not that bad? Yeah, hold on a second. Hold the phone, chat. People are memeing this guy, but all I see is a 7 play point that deals 5 and then you evo it and then you deal 3. Meaning my 7 cost does 8 damage to the face. That's not bad. That's actually not bad. Let's say we're playing aggro Portalcraft for some reason. I'll take a 7 play point and do 8 damage. That's pretty close to Ganagosa. Ganagosa is pretty broken, you know. This is better than the monkey, I guess so. It does have a Crystallize. Crystallize says Crystallize 3, countdown 3. Deal 3 damage to enemy follower. If Resonance, whatever that is, it's active for you, deal 5 instead. Last Wars, you summon this, then you evo it. Why does it evo it? The last words, you get a 8-1. Deals 3 damage. That seems bad. Okay, ignore the Crystallize. Just pretend the Crystallize is not there. And then I actually think this guy's not bad then. I don't think it's bad. I was prepared to meme this guy and say that it's awful. I don't think it's bad. I really, genuinely don't think this is bad. I guess it evos it because you don't get the fanfare, but the evo makes it lose everything. Like, I'd rather get an 8-7 ward than an 8-1 ward. Me personally. Or 8-1 not ward can't attack. He's my pet and I like it. I don't dislike it. Might be time to show you guys how to aggro people down with portal craft, chat. I'm down. I actually don't hate this card. I think it could be better, yeah, certainly. The crystallize is kind of weird. The Evo is kind of weird too, but the fanfare isn't bad. I will say this, if you're playing the twins, this doesn't matter. You have enough damage anyway, it's not a relevant issue. Rally 20, get Icy, and then this man comes in to pallet it. Yeah, just play real neutrals, and then now we have a better Boom Devil. There you go. Alright. And the last card is Frigg. Havencraft, legendary, revealed by Igni. It's a 7-play.44. It says Fanfare. Summon copies of random allied amulets with different names, destroy this match until the area is full, and then destroy them. If 4 amulets were summoned with this effect, Evo is follower, strike, restore 4 to your leader. So basically, it's kind of like Sekibaba, pretty close to it, with one massive difference, chat. The one massive difference being that instead of getting stuff out of your deck, it gets stuff that you have played already. So you need to curve out well with the amulets. And how much could you really get out of this? Is this not Sophie? Like you get the dream curve of amulets into Sophie on turn 5. They somehow enter your Sophie board. And then you Frigg them on turn 7 for the GG. I think Amble is too slow for this. The amulets have to be destroyed by the time of this procs. I don't know, this is interesting. It does work with Crystallize. There's no more Dream Curve, there's only Summon Pegasus. You could get a big ass board of what though? Like what are we actually summoning that's worthwhile? There's not a ton of like great Haven Crystallize amulets. It's just Selena, it doesn't change that Selena works. Okay, basically the deck that's trying to proc Selena would also play this, is that what you're saying? Let the record show this doesn't work with the bikes. Like no bike, no horse, no car. There's Ambeld, Noah, and Sino. Oh, because the Sino summons it, right? Yeah, sure, you can crystallize that. The Eagle just gives you the bird. You're not gonna get the bike out of it. It's not as good. There's the 4-play.24 Storm guy. Is the 5-play crystallize 5-4 rush guy? Is that guy still around? With Selena you can proc Ambelt in time. I mean, yeah, but if you're telling me you're playing a deck that's gonna like go 1, 2, 3 Selena, and you have to open all of those because you play no word followers, like I don't trust that. Like if you're playing Ambelt because you're playing a bunch of wards and you want to proc the Ambelt and then use Frigg to bring Ambelt back, and that seems like a worse Saria or Sarisa. And if you're playing a bunch of amulets and no wards and you're just gonna oh, I hope that I can Selena my Ambelt to high roll, otherwise it's dead, and that just seems bad to me. Yeah, like every game you have to open Ambelt, Greywin, Revolver, Selena every single time, and if you don't then your deck is ass. I'm not about that life. There's a new Crystallize that summons 2 bodies. Which one is that? Oh, you mean the 7-drop, right? The 7-drop Tiger dude? Yeah, it's good Haven flavor. Doesn't seem like there's currently a deck for it. Well, there could be a deck in the future. Yeah, maybe it's just set up for the next expansion. When, call me crazy, we maybe get more or new Haven amulets. That could be a thing. Could also do something with Summit. Summit Temple, eh? Maybe a turtle. Beast-Skull area gives you 2. Beast-Skull area is a good one, but it's kind of expensive, isn't it? There's also Shady Priest and Unicorn if we're trying to clear the board with her and Grief for Haven. I cannot imagine Grief for Haven would play. There's absolutely no way. But you should scour to the earth for any playable amulets, I guess. You play Noah in your Ward Haven. Better Sarisa. Someone Pegasus is ass though. I'm saying it, chat. Someone has to say it. I refuse to believe we can't play things that are not better than Someone Pegasus. By the way, you've noticed how there's still 5 cards missing. I don't know where the hell these are. They're not here, so as of this review, I can't review them because they're not out.